All right, man, we back. It's your boy Goodfella Sports TV. It's your boy CJ Goodfella to be exact. But I appreciate everybody for checking in. Let's get into a real one-on-one live stream. Kind of not hip-hop, but just real facts. So, excuse me. So let's get into it. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Don't forget you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All the links are in the description. Also got a Facebook group if you want to join that. If you want to just, kick knowledge or share your content there, that's what we're doing over there. Also, if you want to make a donation, best way to help me out right now. If you're watching the live, hit that thumbs up button. If you're watching the replay, hit that thumbs up button. Best way to help me out, hit that share button, that subscribe button, bell icon button. If you want to make a donation to the channel financially, as we going live, you got the super chat only if you got a message. Other than that, I prefer Cash App at CJGood313. That's in the description. The PayPal link is in the description. So appreciate everybody that do support me financially and who do support the channel and share. So do appreciate that. Damon, salute. Dr. Blick, I see you. MMA champs, the GOAT, DHP, salute. So, we're going to talk about a few things. Jeannie Ma, she has some submissive comments where she said she wanted to be submissive to young Jeezy. And a lot of BWs didn't like that. Black women didn't like that. Also, we're going to talk about Megan Thee Stallion, her SNL performance. And it seems that she also profiting off of getting shot in the foot like Harlem Nights. And we're going to talk about Tory Lanez being charged. And I'm also say why I'm holding my vote. Like Gucci Mane say, hold that thought. So let's get to it. Appreciate everybody hitting that thumbs up button. So, we're going to do a part 2 to this tomorrow. Hopefully, if not, me and Adonis will do it tomorrow, Lion Killer. And if anybody else that I know want to hop on, we'll be doing it tomorrow as well. So I try to find some female companions to jump on or whatever. So whenever we do it, the Lions don't play Sunday, so I don't really have to be tuned in to watch that game. So I can have the games going and check out my fantasy on Sunday. So whatever works. We was going to go live for the fight tonight, so I had some things come up, so that's not going to happen. But pretty much Jeannie Ma from The Real, and she basically said she wants to be submissive to young Jeezy, with Jeezy now, and says that she wants him to lead the household, and that doesn't mean that she doesn't have a say-so, or she says it's really being submissive gets a bad rap. Now, a lot of the feminists, Emmanuel Navete fighting tonight, he's taking on Robert Garcia fighter Ruben Villa, ESPN Plus. So, hers a real good card. Bushido, salute. So, she basically kind of broke it down, and she said that, being submissive doesn't mean that you just, I'm a paraphrase, like, oh, I just do whatever you say, I'm a dumb dinky girl. No, she says that obviously she's a boss outside the house. She been had her own company. She been doing her thing, her thug thizzle. And she says that she wants a man to lead. Now, she Vietnamese, right? And in their culture, the women run the men. And basically, I guess she don't like that. And, what you do notice is this with women. And women, they may admit it, they may not admit it. But they don't like no weak dude. See, you can't take advice from a woman and be successful. It don't work. If you do take advice from a woman and be successful, it's going to be an OG, grandma, mom, somebody like that. You can't take advice from a woman that's in the same class or the same age range as you. Even older than you. It's really subjective to the woman that you with. But a lot of women didn't like what Jeannie had to say. But that's exactly what real masculine men are looking for. At the end of the day, you want to be able to run your house. You got enough obstacles in the real world. You got bosses, you got companies, you got people that's out to hurt you and kill you and try to really knock you down like it's Jenga and everything you built. The last thing you need is to come home and fight with your significant other or your woman. No man wants to come at home and just be arguing and arguing. You bust your butt at home, you bust your butt at work, you bust your butt around the house fixing and doing things. The last thing you want to do is be in an uncomfortable atmosphere, right? But a lot of black women is now they strong, they independent, they want to lead, but then again, when they lead with a real man and they try to make decisions without consulting the man, a lot of times they can't bail themselves out. Benjamin, salute. That's a fact. I've been through that. Well, I'm gonna do this anyway, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that anyway, and then when they make a mistake, then they look at you to financially bail them out. They look at you, you done saved your money up to get you an Xbox or a PS5, or You done saved your money. Whatever you saving for. Oh, man, I can't wait to get this projection screen in my basement. You know, or I can't wait to build me a wet bar and get that built in my basement. And then they expect you to drop what you doing and financially and help them out because they made a mistake that they shouldn't have made. That's facts. See, you can deal with if you tell your woman to do something and if it don't work out. Guess what? My bad. I financially can fix that. You know, I had a homeboy I used to work at the plant with, right? And he had a girlfriend that worked there as well too. I'm not gonna say no names. But his girl was cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? I had a little business that I was running. I was selling fire sticks and I was, you know, doing jailbreaking people's phones, and they would always support me. And basically she went to go get a car, right? He told her not to get a car, to save up, or just get a basic car without a note. She got a car note that was a high interest rate. The plant slowed down, you know, start basically, you know, getting paid off 40 hours or less. And then she wanted him to basically pay the car note. He was like, I told her. You know, he said, I told her to get something cheaper. But that's what it works. Some women just, they know they got a safety net. It's kind of like a dude living at home with his mom. He know, like, if I could go out here and I could buy this 2020 Challenger or Charger, I know I can go back to my mom's house. You know what I'm saying? She said, hold on. See, I don't want to get in trouble for playing the link, but let me see. Yeah, I'll play it off Twitter. Give me a minute. I'll play it so you guys can hear it. So give me 1 second. When I get a StreamYard, I'll start screen sharing. Here we go. So give me 1 minute. I want to make sure.
I want to submit to my man. Let me explain.
Hold on.
When I Jeannie Mai, going into my marriage, I want to submit to my man. Let me explain. When I hear this definition, like you just said, Adrian, submitting has a negative connotation. It means that you are less important, you are lower than that person that you're submitting to. It usually can be like, you know, referenced as somebody who works lower than you, and that's not what I'm referring to here. But what I've really learned in my life for my definition of marriage, I'm not saying what I want works for everybody. I'm saying for me, I'm a very dominant woman. I own my business. I lead my teams. I played my own manager, my own publicist, my own lawyer when I didn't have money to have those people. So I make the decisions in my life. When I come home, I like the idea that my man leads us. That doesn't mean that in this case, Jay makes all the decisions for us. That doesn't mean that when he said...
So that's what she had to say. It was on the reel, and a girl you hear say, wow, was Loni Love, and I'll get to her, and it's such a shame that she from Detroit. He said dating a girl in the plane. That was different. She had more seniority than he did, so he came in like a temp, and she was already there for years, but she cold-blooded, though. I ain't gonna lie. You know, what's wrong with what she said? But basically, a lot of women got something wrong for what she said. And I wish I still had this screenshot from earlier, but let me see if I can pull it up on my... Because this one girl, what made me do a video on it, before I even seen other people comment on it, like Angry Man, it was a girl that had commented on Facebook. Because I want to say, I seen it last night. I definitely did. But I wasn't nothing that I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a video on it. But I seen, you know, other people kind of talking about it. And what this girl said on Facebook, excuse me, hold on. And what she said was, give me 1 second. This is, I'm going to pull up exactly what she said. And this is a lot of what women saying. And obviously, Loni Love had a response too. And she married to a white man. But he said, this is what this black girl told me on Facebook. What she said. Jeezy bitch ain't the first woman to submit to her man. Y'all niggas ain't worth submission nor headaches. I don't know why this is news. Foreign women love submitting to black men. Yes, I said it. And this is a black woman saying this. Not saying that she a classy black woman. Judging by her social media, she's a hood rat. And she might be selling the WAP. If it's WAP. All right. But you got to remember. Hold on. You got to remember that in a lot of times, a lot of black women, they get scorned. You know what I'm saying? And black women calling cards are, we strong, we independent, you know, that's their calling card. So give me 1 minute. I don't know what didn't happen here. We still live. Let me see. Because my screen it froze. So give me 1 minute, hopefully. We live. That's why XSplit gonna count his days. But okay, hold on. Let me know if you still can hear me. Let me see. All right, we good. It's just my page froze. So it is what it is. But yeah, but my whole thing is, you know, a lot of black women, they calling cards are, you know, we strong, we you know, we independent, and that's the wrong mindset to have as a woman. All right, we good. Hold on. Well, that's the wrong mindset to have as a woman. And a lot of men, they got to fight that. You know, we got to fight that. You know, we got to prove that, hey, you can need a little help. But guess what? That's really a calling card. That's really a calling card for the black community. The black community, we don't help each other. We all feel that we can do it on our own. We independent. We strong. I mean, we don't need no help. This, that, and the third. That's our calling card. And with black women, with a lot of men that try to get that woman to be submissive, they try to change a woman. If she not submissive and she don't want your help, there's nothing that's gonna change. A woman can't change no man, and a man can't really change no woman. Her mindset is her mindset, and that's just my opinion on it. Miss Black D, salute. And we not trying to generalize black men. And rewind a little bit. I just played it, but I'll play it again in a minute. We're not trying to generalize black men or black women, but it is what it is. Most black women, you know, I'm going to pretty much say, I'm going to just be nice, 30 and under, okay? They'd rather submit to a dyke or a bull dagger or a stud before they submit to a man. And this ain't even got nothing to do about no sexual relationship or just an intimate relationship. You see it on the job every day. You know, and women, I can do it too. You legit, depending on what your job is, if you're an order selector, which a lot of food order selectors make a lot of good money, so we not shitting on what nobody do. They make some good money. You might be, you know, picking your count, whatever you're doing, but you got a woman that's just trying to compete with you. You see it all the time. I can do it too. I can do it better. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as that box get a little bit too heavy, you know, they want to be like, hey, Chris, could you pick it up? This, that, and the third. Look here, me personally, I look at it as we all as a team. So I'm going to pick it up, and I'm not going to think nothing of it. But a lot of women go out into the world with that independent mindset. Now, a lot of women feel that way because there may not have been a husband in the house. They might have, you know, got some dudes, and the dude is not, you know, good at leading. I know some dudes that stay at home husbands. And that woman, you know, go out to work and they lead and they get the bacon. So you do got some sorry men, you know, from 30 and under, though. They sorry as hell. You know? But what she said when with Loni Love, you could just hear with Loni Love, and if you find it, it's on the reel. You know, the Shade Room caught that clip. And you heard Loni Love in the background. What? And guess what? Can y'all tell me what type of man is Loni Love married to? He said a woman will submit if they feel protected by their man. At the end of the day, maybe women above 30, and I'm just giving y'all a kind of a maybe so, maybe not. But it's a lot of women that won't submit to a man. You know, I seen it. And this don't have to be, once again, on no intimate level. This don't. I mean, you could be at work and a woman will not submit. They will compete with you. They will be mad. And you ain't never did nothing to her. I ain't did shit to Bianca or Brianna or Cicely. I ain't did shit. But a lot of women won't submit. You can pay all the bills. You can pay all the bills and she won't submit. Every time she asks you for your money, you'll come through. She won't submit. And before people come, well, you know, like Blake D said, well, if a man, if she feel protected, it's a lot of women that won't submit in this generation if a dude protecting them. They won't submit. And it's a lot of women submitting to guys who ain't nothing. You see these pictures of these females changing their tire and they man looking on. Or they sitting in the car and they woman pumping gas. That's the problem. You submit to dudes like that, and then when you get a real man that want to do something for you, really you trying to undercut him before you think he gonna play you. But let's go to the comment section because I see some. And Tammy salute. T.A. Smith say real men don't want a woman to try to wear the pants in a relationship with them. Then wear a skirt. Be a ladies like this is irritating. And all this also starts with not having a male in the house or in your life. A lot of women that have this problem never had a father figure. And it's an old saying go. I remember I was talking to this one girl, and one of my boys, he had a baby when he was young. He asked me he told me to ask this one question. And I didn't understand why he asked me to ask her this question. Like, what happened to your dad? Where your dad at? Or something of that nature. And I didn't understand until years later what that question really meant. Orient Patty said, a lot of women think men should bow down to them because they have degrees. I've never smashed a chick because of her degree. You can't get that. You get women that's educated. And I had this one girl, we was out Halloween, right? And we just walking around chilling. We young and broke. And we run into some girls and stuff. And this one girl I was just talking to or whatever because everybody was caked up. She I was like, what's going on? She was like, do you got all your teeth? And she just checking me down up. And I'm like, hold on. I ain't trying for no relationship. J.A. said, I remember a while back, she was trashing a guy, black people, for not messing with her. You talking about Lonnie Love. There's a lot of men who are straight cowards. I dated a black woman from different eras. Is that right? Best one I talked to was 38. I think she's black man from different 38. I met a 30-year-old man who was straight up punk. It's hard to find real. It is. Opposites attract. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. If you looking for a real woman, it's hard to find. It just seemed like, the real woman get the coward dudes and the coward dudes get the real women. The Karen dudes get the hood rats. It just seemed like opposites attract. I don't need no man, and that all starts from being a jit, from being a kid. Oh, I don't need no father. I don't need this. I don't need that. Hey, I would literally stand on the side and wait for my man to open the door for me. Many men in generations don't even have to open the doors. Many men don't even go on dates no more. A lot of men don't go on dates. Think about that for a minute. Netflix and Hot and Ready is a date. You ain't even Pizza Hut worthy. You know what I'm saying? And make sure the thumbs up button. But you kind of gotta know. Give me 1 minute. Cool. All right. But you kind of know. Let's say this for example. Then we kind of talk about money. You kind of know if a girl gonna submit to you. Let's keep it for real. You can date women. I've dated women that try to compete with you. I swear to God, I've dated those type of women. A woman that's gonna submit to you, you know it. It's just something you know. It's just something that you had women that try to compete with you, and them usually the women that got kids and been through some fucked up relationships. Excuse my French, I'm trying not to cuss. The women that submit to you, even if you date a woman that you work with, you already know she kind of, if you masculine, I had a high-low team when I worked for this company, right? I even had a girl that had a son, but she was straight bull. She was a bull dagger, if you a real man and you carry yourself as a real man and you strong and all the things you supposed to be, even a straight dyke or a gay woman will submit to you. She will feel like the female she supposed to be. If that's the aura you putting off. If you strong, your posture is good, you're a strong man, you don't have to worry about, what woman you submit or not submit. Now, if you dealing with a woman and you picked her up at the strip club or you found her at the chicken shack or I like chicken shack, but you found her at a little, a little hood rat place after hour or whatever, you really don't, and you smashed her, you really don't know if she's submissive or not. Because if she drinking and you doing you and you just smashing, you really don't know. But once you in a regular environment and you meet a girl, I've had dykes melt. Just melt. Like that's that. But a lot of men, they're attracted to the strong-headed woman. And you got to kind of change who you chase. Or who you try to, you could just tell these strong women. You would try to be like, you would be like, hey, how you doing today? You ain't even try, man, I'm all right. If you got a woman like that, then, you know what I'm saying? And you got these movies where, or in the 90s and the 80s or whatever, you had these TV shows or you had these movies where you have Steve Urkel chasing after Laura, right? And Laura would not submit to Steve Urkel ever. What you want? Everything Urkel did was sing for. Remember that time on the Family Matters, he sung the Whitney Houston song, and she's just, that I think that really kind of poisoned the generation where they kind of pushed that narrative in the 90s and the 80s where you should chase a woman and keep shooting your shot until you switch. And if you keep shooting your shot at a woman until you switch, something has changed about you. Either she said, you know what, I can use him. Okay, you know what, he got a better job now. Something has changed. Now you got money, or now you got different drip, whatever the kid's saying now. Something has changed. And what's that? What changed with Steve Harvey? With Steve Urkel? He became Stefan. He changed himself so Laura would be happy. So they push that narrative in TV where you supposed to chase until a woman crack. My whole thing is this. I'm only shooting my shot once to begin with. I'm not about to just keep shooting my shot. And now if you don't know I'm shooting my shot, that's on you. But only time I'm shooting my shot more than once if I already smashed. That's it. I'm not keep shooting my shot. And usually if I'm at that point, I'm chilling with the fellas when I'm younger. And maybe I told this girl, okay, we can go chill. And I had no intention of chilling. And now I'm just trying to, we ain't got no women on the floor. We just trying to call our solo dolos. And now you calling this girl that you ain't talked to, but you just, you on the drought. You just trying not to be the only dude that's at the crib that's about to have a sober dick. That's the only time I'm going to keep shooting my shot. And that's it. And no matter if she, Chris Ray salute, no matter if she like summertime fine. I'm good on that. When I was younger, you kept shooting your shot, man, ain't nothing coming to that. Yeah, Myra, and rest in peace to her. But that's just my opinion on it. Oh, my screen froze because I ain't updated my web browser. But and then, with TA just let me wrench her up here. I know I got D-wrenched up. And what she said, well, dudes don't open doors no more. That's a fact. Now open doors and all that. I mean, that's just how I was raised. Only thing I don't remember how to do is ballroom. That's it. And my mom would practice with me when I was little and stuff. I just didn't care for dancing. Even though I took tap dancing because I was in the performance art schools. I got some things. I played the guitar for a brief moment. I played a lot of instruments. I played golf. I just did a lot of things. My parents had me in a lot of things. So I pretty much can take you wherever you need to go. So that was kind of my thing. My parents kept me engaged in a lot of things and stuff. Tammy Baker said to her, say that she will submit. doesn't sound like it's in her to be submissive. And Tammy, and she said that. And she went on to say, if you can find this interview, she went on to say that, and I'm glad she brought that up. In her culture, her mom ran the relationship. In the Vietnamese culture, Lion Killer was just telling me before we got on the phone, we're going to do a part 2 of the panel tomorrow. He says that in the Vietnamese culture, the women don't submit to the men, and men submit to the women. And that's why a lot of Vietnamese women, look outside their race to have a man that they can submit to. So no, she's right. It's not in her culture to submit. Her mom was the dominant big dick Willie in the relationship with her dad. She said that. I'm glad she brought that up. She said, Tiaja said, it's true, but I blame this generation of women allowing these things. Men going to think they don't have to do a lot of work to get you. They not going to care. Exactly. That's a fact. You go get a $5 hot ready in Netflix. I remember I was in college, and one of my boys, he rapped in Chicago and stuff. We still keep in touch. Cool dude. And he had a chick, right? And I don't even know if he smashed. I don't know. She didn't tell me. I didn't ask him, but he had this chick, and she was from Cincinnati. And every chick I got, we was kind of talking to the same chick at the same time. Whatever reason, we like the same women. So she was telling me. So we walking by. They called this thing called the dummy wall. So all the dummies sat on the wall that wasn't gonna graduate. So I was like, when my dad came up to me, I was like, "What up, bro?" He was like, "Oh, what's up? So what you watch?" He was like, "Yeah, hey." I was like, "Yeah, y'all know each other?" He said, "Yeah." He invited me to his dorm, and they had these apartments in the back for the gifted kids. And she was like, "Yeah." He said he had Netflix. He ain't had no Netflix. And I'm like, "Oh," you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it does happen. But she right. These women, and when you take them on a date, you got these Facebook posts and posts that go around social media. Make sure the thumbs up button, where a woman is posting saying, "I just came on a date for free food. He ugly." You see these posts about that. So a lot of dudes kind of gun shy to actually sit there and go on a date because these women try to get free food. So you pretty much better off if you just trying to slam dunk. You better off going to the bar and buying her a drink and happy hour. You know what I'm saying? Deshaun, salute. He said, Damon said, a lot of the BW's black women been hurt and left, so when you meet them, they looking at you like you scoring. And this is the reason why Marcus Houston married an 18-year-old woman. I kind of understand it now. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But that's why these dudes try to get these women when they're 18, 19, and 20. He like 48 years old. Go home, Roger. I was watching Sister on Netflix. That's why they try to get these women when they're 18 and young. And then when I was in high school, you had to win the girls that you were in school with. I mean, you had freshmen, sophomores. You get it kind of with seniors, juniors. And they would be messing with grown men. And these grown men would pull up to these schools and they tear these little girls' coochies up. So a lot of times you got these 30, 29, 28, 30-year-old men knocking down these high school girls and they damaging them then. And they damaging them then. So they damaged before they even graduate high school. And they train to think when they got an older dude, he got a car, he give me a couple dollars, he buy me a purse. So that behavior starts then. When now you done turned a high school freshman into a prostitute because she really messing with you because you buying her money, you buying her this, that, and the third. Salute, Chris Ray. You doing that, so that behavior starts early. And when they was talking about, I can't remember what story it was about a man or a woman. Somebody was dating an underage chick. I couldn't remember who it was. And I can't remember the story. It was a big story. But it wasn't a Marcus Houston story. It was another story. And this one girl, she was saying on the internet like, yeah, I want to see how old y'all baby daddies is. And it's a fact. It's a fact. So you really can't really blame a lot of the time, JWE Sports Salute, you can't really blame us. Because a lot of times, a lot of girls I went to school with, they dated up. They was dating grown men. And then when I worked in a high school for my former principal, you had the same thing going on. You had grown men dating young women. And I had this one girl that was one of the students in the school. He was sending his girlfriend to school, and he was a grown man, to recruit women to have a threesome. This shit is real. He said, Kobe 2K fan, she married Steve once he became a rocket scientist and invented the time machine. Facts. And he changed himself. Undisputed King, Dr. Blick, my bad. I used to keep shooting my shot at women, then I realized that it was pointless in the way. I mean, if your whole thing is just to get the cookies out the cookie jar, I mean, yeah. I guess you keep doing it, but then again, it's just so many other women. He said, sober dick. Yeah, I invented that word many moons ago. Why the cow when you can be the milk? He said, why be the cow when you can get the milk for free? But then again, we got some. She said Roger go to jail, and that's just facts. So you got to kind of think about how that interaction go. And what made me think of that is I had my boy. He used to be my boy. He stayed across the street from me when I stayed on Finkel, and his dad went up to the school and found out his sister had missed like half the semester or whatever it was, and she was supposed to be the golden child. And somehow one of the guys in the neighborhood, he went to the same school. It was Cooley. I didn't go to Cooley, but he went to the same school. He was like, yeah, man, I seen your sister get picked up by some dude he described the car. And her dad found out, and she was dating an older man. He was just knocking her shit down. And that's kind of where it happened at. That's where it happened at. So you kind of got to think about it. So you can't just blame this generation. It's a lot of generations above them. I've seen it all the time. It's a lot of girls I went to school with that didn't mess with the dudes. They had grown men picking them up. T.A. just said, we got some black men who downgrade black women like they don't come from them. Those men I don't get. Because, I mean, those are the same men that probably had a mama that embarrassed them. You know what I'm saying? A mama that was flirting with the homies and stuff of that nature. That starts at home. Their relationship with their mother. That's easy. I'm going to say about 90% of them men. I'm going to probably say a cool 99.9% of them men that don't respect black women either are mixed breed, if they not part of 99.9%, or they had a messed up relationship with their mother. And you got a lot of these mamas who keep these dudes, revolving in the house. She messing with different dudes. She tricking with different dudes. And you had those type of women. And then people can point to, well, LeBron mom was like that, and LeBron didn't turn out like that. You have people say, well, I had hard times, but at the end of the day, everybody don't make clear decisions. When your stomach growling, you would do anything to eat if you hungry enough. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of got to look at it from that perspective. A lot of men that don't like or hate black women I'm going to probably not say 99%, but 99% of them had a bad relationship with their mother, or they had bad relationships with black women before. I'm going to tell you, and then the other percentage, however you break it down, had a white mama and they was mixed breed. That's a fact. Those three are the three that I really can think of. So you say, oh man, how can he hate his own women? Because he had a bad relationship across the way. A lot of dudes, a lot of black women, they not perfect. They raise these kids and they keep they have an issue. Mommy issues with women is just as bad as daddy issues. I mean, mommy issues with dudes is just as bad as daddy issues with girls. He said, or their father beat their mama. I mean, you could say that, I would say. But then again, I mean, that kind of goes with a disconnect with mom. He said if she old enough to cross the street, she old enough to get hit. Christopher Campbell, 90-something. We aren't just to blame since the sexual revolution in the 70s. The gender roles has been mixed up to the point that if you do anything manly, it's called being a chauvinist or being, or toxic masculinity. A lot of people try to make masculinity into negativity, but it's not. Masculinity is something that's inside every dude that was born with a penis. Now, whether you tap into that masculinity and you be masculine or you be feminine, that's on you. Now, I can't tell you a situation where I know, where my mom and her friends, she used to keep this baby or whatever, and they always kept him around them. He turned up being a tranny or whatever. He a woman and a man. So them hanging around two women all the time, he became feminine. Now, if you put that same brother with some men, you know what I'm saying? You put him with some men, you think he gonna turn out to be a tranny or a transvestite? No. He gonna be masculine. He gonna be masculine. And really, to be honest, before I kind of talk about Loni Love for a quick second, and we'll move on. It's kind of to be honest with you, the best woman to date is the women that grew up with daddies. And that's why that question I said, my boy asked me and say, what kind of asked what happened with her dad? That's why if you got a woman that got daddy issues, it's a good percentage of the chance that you probably just want to hit and split. Daddy girls are the fucking best. They got cars and all types of shit. And if you scared about meeting her dad, then I mean, really, you probably just a punk bitch. Girls that had daddies that was there for them, they the best. They got their own car. They tend to be. I guarantee you, if it was a poll done that women that grew up with daddies and that was in their life, I guarantee you they more independent. And probably it's a percentage they less likely to be, get pregnant early and be messed up. I kind of truly feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I having this conversation with this one girl I work with. She was saying the same thing. And she was a daddy's girl. She had a car. She was cool as hell. And you kind of can tell the difference too. But yeah, Loni Love she had attitude. And remember Loni Love, I guess no brother wanted Loni Love. You know what I'm saying? And, she the same woman that got mad because they told her to submit to, because she wanted to submit to, why would you submit to a brother? You know why Loni Love feel that way? Because Loni Love, she could submit to any brother that she wanted, and they wouldn't take her. They return her like a Blockbuster DVD or movie on a Monday morning. That's why she got an issue. Loni Love don't want no vanilla or no clear dick. Loni Love want a brother. Loni Love want to submit to her brother, but Loni Love can't find no brother that she want to submit to. Real talk. That's just what it boiled down to. Now the type of money she makes, shit. I might do the Boy Johnson on her if I didn't have a girlfriend. I might just do it. Hey, CJ, you was like, hell yeah, nigga, I got a platinum car. I got a black car with Loni. Nigga, you want them new Jordans to come out on Friday? Yeah, nigga. Shit. Loni can't get no brother to love her, but you know what? Loni one of them women that's not. She probably lowered her standards and it didn't work. There's a lot of people that lower their standards and they think it work. And it don't. And it don't work. I mean, sometimes it can work. You got people that say, I can't remember who, it was one of the Facebook comedians. And he was saying that you will see a brother that's happy. They got an average or pretty decent looking woman cause she ain't expensive. You see this other dude, they got this high class, beautiful woman with a body, she bad, but all she want to do is spend his money. And that's true. Who want? I mean, do you really want a bad chick? And what come with a really, really bad chick is probably some plastic surgery or whatever of that nature. A lot of these women kind of do plastic surgery, but it's an expensive habit. Soon as it's coming in, it's going out. And tell me, do you really want to be working $70, $80 hours and you spend it on a bad chick, and really she ain't giving you nothing back? It's a lot of men in relationships that they woman use their money to buy them a gift. What? I can just buy a PS5 for myself. So a bad woman, a really, really a down woman, it comes with a lot of issues. The ones that a lot of people want. Do you really want that? I mean, you probably just want experience, but this old man told me, and I say it all the time. I was in the gym this years ago. He said it all swish and it's all pretty much feel the same and sound the same. Because when it go down, all these dudes that got these bad yellow and light skinned women, when it go down and you need bail money or bond money, old Tammy, she hitting the old Brittany, she hitting the dough. She hitting the dough. And when you do get out, all your money gonna be gone. So with Loni Love is it's just that she couldn't get no brother to submit to her, so she had to settle for a white guy. That's it. And does she submit to that white guy? She probably do. But her issue is not with Jeannie submitting to a man. Her issue is Jeannie submitting to a Negro. That's it. And before we kind of get on Jeezy about how he swirled and look here, he tried to date Keisha Cole. Oh, I should have cheated. It didn't work. I'm pretty sure Jeezy tried to kind of get a lot of different black women. It didn't work. And don't forget, Jeannie had a husband before now. And all of a sudden, she been dating Jeezy for what? I don't know. I don't know how long they was dating, but she got pregnant. She never got pregnant with her ex-husband. All of a sudden, she popped up pregnant by Jeezy. And what you kind of got to understand is, and when you get older, you can look for a woman that you want. You be like, well, I want a woman that's bam, 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 this situation. But really, the woman that's meant for you is a woman that you would never pretty much fathom that you should be with. A lot of the time, you like, I never would have been with her. But, it is what it is. She said, I got a broke white dude. He's struggling actor. Loni got a broke. That's crazy. So she probably dominating him. Jeannie couldn't submit to her ex-husband. Nope. I don't know what her ex-husband looked like. Let's see. It ain't hard to look up. Oh yeah, Freddie Hartis. They was married for 9 years. White guy. And now he with a white girl. So no, she wasn't submitting to him. Yeah, Fred Hartis, whatever his name is. He said his new wife is hot as hell. Oh yeah, I see. She slammed Jeannie apparently. But I mean, once you younger, you kind of see the women that you want is really not the women that you need. And as you get older, your priorities change as what you need. Because if you have a son, do you need a woman that's probably got a kid or that's good with kids? If you're a brother that like to eat, like me, you need a woman that probably can cook. If you're a chef, then you probably don't need a woman that can cook. Then you probably need a woman that can wash, clean, and kind of do womanly things. And it depends. Really, if your relationship is based on sex, then a long-term or a marriage is not really going to work. And people say, well, I can't marry him or marry her unless the sex fire. Really, sex becomes obsolete. Marco Polo in the super chat, appreciate it. Yo, y'all delete Marco Polo. He getting money, baby. I don't know what he said. Okay, yeah, we can't say that. But yeah, I get you. I feel you. But yeah, sex kind of goes down a priority list, dog, to be honest. And then you don't and this kind of going into another subject, and I'm not going to talk about it. But really, then you got people that try to kind of adopt the European thing where, you share your wife or you share your husband or whatever. That shit don't work. That's not us. We not swingers. If you really in a serious relationship that's supposed to be long term, you ain't supposed to share your wife or share your husband. People want to be in a poly relationship. That don't work. But at the end of the day, a lot of us can shoot they shot at Loni, and she probably a bark. She probably a bite. But yeah, I don't want to kind of cook on that for too long. We did, but we have a part 2 to that tomorrow, or Sunday. Y'all know when they go up. We have a panel. I'm gonna do an NBA live stream tomorrow. And though I'm not live streaming about what happened tonight, I don't watch the NBA, at least to the off season. But yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, she had a performance on SNL, right? And basically, people knocked Tory for profiting off of Megan getting shot in the foot. He told his side of the story in the album. Now, my boy Banco Boxing, check his channel. He got a cyber channel too. His Banco Boxing channel will point you over there. So if you need cybersecurity help, he got you. But he basically said, well, maybe he couldn't say nothing about the case because it kind of would hurt him. But he basically dropped the album and people kind of judged him. Oh, you shouldn't be profiting off our misery. And he basically used the album to kind of say his innocence. Now, Megan Thee Stallion, now she started profiting, and she been profiting, and she started profiting off of the Tory Lanez situation, right? She got shot in the foot. People said, why you don't talk about Breonna Taylor? Then she started talking about Breonna Taylor, and in this performance, Megan Thee Stallion, He said live stream play by play tonight. Let's do. Oh yeah, I do it then. Yeah, give me a minute. Line killer, I do it. I'm about to. I don't know. Give me a minute. But cause I got time today. I got ESPN Plus. I got it through Verizon. Verizon gave me ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney for free. See, my Disney Plus was coming up, and they gave it to me for free. So I upgraded my plan. I also upgraded my girl plan. I should have upgraded both to higher, but she got another plan, and my bill was cheaper. So shop with Verizon too. A lot of people don't know Verizon is a pay as you go. You know what I'm saying? So Verizon is the truth. I had Sprint, T-Mobile, Metro. I enjoy Verizon. They really been good to me so far. So they ain't paying me to say that shit neither. But I did upgrade my phone, so I upgraded my plan. But with Megan Thee Stallion, she did this performance on SNL, right? And also Jim Carrey, Joe Biden was hilarious. She did this performance and she played Malcolm X. The black woman is the most unprotected female, this, that, and the third. But my problem is this, right? And also, if you've seen this performance, right? I swear to God, if you've seen this performance, she got gunshots in the back. Pow, pow, pow. And the screen behind her is bullets kind of shooting in the screen, right? So she got bullets shooting through the screen. And it's really a play on Tory Lanez, right? So she taking shots at Tory Lanez literally. And she played, Malcolm X is, and what he said was it really was prevalent during the time that he said it. Right now, are black women the most unprotected creatures? I think not. We both hunted, but I think times has really changed, but that's another conversation. But she playing Malcolm X while twerking. Malcolm X never would approve of her degrading herself. Bad, bougie, all this. I can be a bitch. He would have never approved of that. He would have never approved of that. And it's subjective if they are. You can make a case that the black man is the most hunted and unprotected dude out there. You can make a case that, the black man don't protect the black woman, so she the most. I mean, it depends. It's subjective. Then you have some Arab people say, we the most unprotected people. They took our oil. You know what I'm saying? They raided our Middle East and all that. So, some people feel the way they feel. But she does this performance and basically she taking shots at Tory Lanez. And, I'm not condoning what he did, but we don't know what really happened. You hear stories about, he shot up in the air and some debris hurt her foot. Now personally, Ali salute. Personally, I don't know what happened, but I think if she got shot in the foot and what he got caught with, I'm not sure the gun he got caught with. And I'm pretty sure he not carrying around no 22. I'm pretty sure he carrying around a nice sized gun. I'm not sure if it was a Glock, but if he shot her directly in the foot, I don't think she would have been standing for the police. If he shot her at a good range, at a seeable range, her foot would be hanging off. Her foot would not be usable. So it's hard for me to see he shooting at her feet like dance. And he pop her in the foot twice. That foot would be like, it wouldn't be a few stitches. But Ali say Jeezy married that Asian chick that says she marry only white and keep her black guys on the side. At the end, he said it's an L. At the end of the day, I'm gonna say this: you never say what you never gonna do. But people change. And that she probably did say that, and I probably agree. And her opinion changed. She just was keeping her broke black people on the side. Now she got a dude in Jeezy who got a little bit of money. That's all that is. She said Breonna Taylor ex-boyfriend said she had the gun to the police. She handed the gun to the police, a dude she trusted and thought protected her, and she did now. So that's foul of him. Hold on. She said Breonna Taylor ex-boyfriend said she had the gun to the police. She handed the gun to the police, and the dude she trusted and thought protect. So say that again. So are you saying that her boyfriend handed the gun to the police and the police shot her? Can you clarify that? Who are supposed to protect black men? Other black men. But we ain't on call with each other. We too busy fighting each other. She said it on live TV. You can look it up on YouTube. Yeah, send me that. That's video worthy. Yeah, send me that. My email, my Twitter in the description. Whatever you Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever floats your boat. You know, but you know, with that, you know, you know what? I can't really judge them. They going to court now, and if they gonna convict Tory on the felony assault charge, then she's gonna have to she's gonna have to testify in court. Lauren, salute. Oh yeah, I like to see that. Yeah, we're gonna be on Lion Killer podcast tonight, Lawrence. So we about to call the fight in a minute. So I got you. So my whole thing with Megan Thee Stallion is use your common sense. Have we all seen guns? I mean, a lot of us probably shot guns. We probably go to the range or whatever. Do y'all really think Tory Lanez shot that woman directly in the foot? Honestly, do y'all think Tory shot her directly in the foot? It's a yay or nay question. Hold on. Do y'all think Tory Lanez shot her in the foot? Her boyfriend said Brianna shot at the police, but he claimed she was scared, and he took the statement back and said that he had the gun. I'm saying he lied at first, and it's all video proof. Damn. So I mean that's what you're gonna do with somebody come on your ground. You're gonna shoot first. He said, "No, I never shot a gun ever, and no, I don't think he did." But let's continue on. But with that, I mean, you know, Tory, for even shooting a gun, breaking up a cat fight, he deserved what he gonna get. And he in one of the worst states for gun laws. But depends on who behind him. Depends on how much money he owes to the label. Depends on how much the people that kind of run the powers that be. Depends on how much they love Tory. See, T.I. had people behind the scenes, even though he may or may not stitch. T.I. was still a valuable asset to people behind the scenes. He said, "I think it was fragments, not a Harlem Night shot." And I agree, because anybody that got shot directly in the foot twice, and depending on what type of gun he had, legitimately that foot is probably gonna be hanging off the ankle, if it not detached from the ankle. So she's not gonna be in a hospital for 1 day or 2 days. Hell no, you shoot somebody in the foot, that's veins in the all types of stuff. He did not shoot that woman directly in the foot. But her performance was sickening. And for her to come out here and say, well, the black woman is but she dumbing down women everywhere. You got women in their 50s and the 60s twerking and saying, my knees work. You got babies twerking listening to her song. You know, and if a man, you know, seeing her in the streets and was like, what's up, B-I-T-C-H? Oh, no, you're not calling me that. But here she got a song, I can be a B-I-T. And she taking Tupac's song. Like, who cleared that? If Tupac was alive, would he have cleared her to use this song? Hell no. Can I be a B-I? Come on, she's a real knuckle dragger. You know, you thought Cardi B took the cake. You thought Cardi B took the cake? Megan Thee Stallion came and said, slide over. I can stoop below you. I can be a knuckle dragger. And this is the female she looking up to. When I was coming up, it was Port Georgie, MC Light, The Brat. You know what I'm saying? So fun. It was Lauryn Hill. Killing me. Somebody was, man, come on. You had Queen Latifah. Who you calling up? UNITY. Ladies first. Even Missy Elliott, is it worth it? You know, even when she talk about it, it was still kind of elegant the way Missy Elliott wasn't diminishing herself the way these women is now. Supersonic, you at JJ Fad. And even Salt and Pepper, even though they was a little bit, you know, out there, push it real good. Even though they wasn't degrading themselves like these girls is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then she has these lyrics, right? I don't need this dude. I don't need that dude. She got them lyrics that pretty much you got now females trying to be masculine. Oh, I hit him and quit him. You got women talking like that, which is not cute. That's a fact. Oh, I hit it and quit it. You know, I hit him last night. She got those type of lyrics. But then again, you're jealous of Kylie Jenner flirting with Tory Lanez. Think about that for a minute. For a woman that's supposed to be a female player, pop your collar, make him holler, she got jealous over 5'3" Tory Lanez. I mean, I know some garden gnomes that's taller than Tory Lanez in the neighborhood. Matter of fact, I know a few dogs that's taller than Tory Lanez. She fighting, the whole argument started over Tory Lanez flirting with Kylie Jenner. Ain't your lyrics, this like Too Short. This like Too Short out there crying over one of his hoes. Oh, I can't believe Melanie said she left me. I can't believe she did me. Like, I love that woman. Hold on. What happened to all that? Take that money. You know what happened to all that, Too Shorts? I'm playing just to play. I'm a player. Come on, man. Could you imagine? That's like Too Short coming out there crying over one of his skeezers. But nobody pointing that out. That's basically CB4 status. And people who don't know CB story, look it up. She now turned into Albert. She was MC Gusto. Oh, I don't need this dude. But you crying over Tory Lanez. You crying over this mega mind head ass dude. Mega mind head and minion body Tory Lanez. Say it. Do it. Oh, you crying over him? Say it. Have y'all seen Tory Lanez shoot a jumper? What Gucci man say? I'm balling like a no jumper, but it's bricks. Come on, man. Have y'all? It ain't nothing masculine about Tory Lanez, bro, until he get mad. He want to fight in the studio. Say it. Do it. Oh. Come on, man. Oh. Eric A say, I can't see a grown man walking around shooting people in the foot. He do got that little short man complex. Y'all know I got Mason. This nigga sleep. Mason, he Chihuahua mini pen. He got little man complex. Bad. Glad you are pointing, David Nicholas say, I'm glad you pointing the facts. Because these rappers be glorifying getting shot and got everybody thinking getting shot is a joke. She didn't get shot directly in her foot. Facts. Ain't nothing cool about getting shot. I got shot 9 times. Come on, man. She had to say she was mad because she white, but what she failed to realize is that Kylie is a woman that changed herself to have black women. Facts. And I'm not gonna do that on this channel. Check out Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. I was telling Lion Killer I was gonna drop this video about black women really having following European guidelines and getting mad at black women for black men for wanting white women. That's a good video I'm gonna touch on over there. I heard Tory they say I heard Tory tongue game is fire. That's the word on this. Then you got the situation where they got to the car, and then she found out that her friend got piped down by Tory Lanez the night before. So Tory hit her and her friend in the same night. So they said allegedly that argument blurred on in the car. They all drunk, and they found out that he hit both of them last night. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they not beating him up. They not cussing him out. He just chilling. He takes it among himself. He probably was drunk. I don't know where he got the idea of shooting a shot in the air, whatever it was. It was stupid. He said, like someone crying over Sideshow Bob. He said, Tory Lanez passed Travis Scott, man. That shit was funny. Man, he said Tory Lanez. Was that Travis Scott he pressed? I thought it was Lil Uzi Vert. You talking about in the studio? Travis Scott is like trash. He's a trash rapper. I don't know how people liked him. He had that 2 Chainz song that he messed up that I like on Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. That album was nice. 2 Chainz, that was one. I like the based on the true story, but that 2 Chainz album was nice. Now another album that was fire was his album with a Dollar Boy. Was it Take Off 360? That shit was fire, bro. That whole man, people sleep on 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz got a discovery. Meg did freestyle. She got shot 2 times, and I ate that. Come on, man. I ate, and she trying to glorify and poke her chest out. You know what I'm saying? And she already big as hell too, so she probably would have beat up Tory Lanez. She probably did the right thing. Pow, pow. She probably would have put Tory Lanez in a beer hug. He probably would have popped his little ears off. He got short man complex, and then he just, man. Remember he pulled up on that Canadian rapper Dex that dissed him, and he was, man, I would be like, you would have to shoot me. But I mean, my whole thing is we'll see how it play out. She gonna have to testify for them to get a conviction, and that DA want her record to be like Kamala Harris. But let's close out with Kamala Harris, right? He said, read that last comment. He said, like someone we know crying over Sideshow Bob. Oh, you talking about 7-8 and Bethany, what's her name? Beverly Rose? That was funny. But Rodney Johnson, I missed this. He said black women make it hard for black men. Black women make it hard for black men. I mean, yeah. Especially if you're dealing with a woman that has some experiences. I'm going to tell you why I'm holding my vote. I mean, I'm not putting a pistol to your head like Tory Lanez and telling you why I don't vote. And I was watching All the Smoke. They have Charlamagne on there, right? And one thing that Stephen A. Smith said, and I'll be having this discussion with my other boy, Stephen Jackson, excuse me, he said, I'm not one to choose between the lesser of two evils, and I agree with him. I just can't get behind Joe Biden. Obviously, I can't get behind Donald Trump. People will say, well, Donald Trump, he's real, and he don't sugarcoat stuff. As a realist, I can respect that. But things about Donald Trump, I'm gonna see that rub me wrong. Oh, that's my African American. Hold on. I'm not no pit bull named Johnny. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no pit bull named Johnny Donald. Oh, that's my African American over there. What? Like, I say that about Miles. Miles, that's my dog. Like, that's my African. Hold on, Donald. Ronaldo, salute. You ain't gonna disrespect me. Oh, that's my African American right there, CJ Goodfella. Oh no, Donald. You're gonna get punched in the mouth. He said the Central Park 5 Trump. Yeah, he's racist. I mean, he know it. He's racist, and he doesn't care to show it. And out of being racist, he does things for the black community that not too many presidents done. Bill locked up a lot of brothers in the 90s. JFK, he tried to do some things, end up slumped. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, basically, I think to unionize, if I'm correct. He ended up dead, but he didn't do it because he loved black people or he was 1/8 black, whatever they say about him. But Donald Trump, he do things for black community, but it's not from a good place. It's to keep the black vote. And when he say I've done more for black people than any other president, maybe instead of JFK and Abraham Lincoln, to be honest, he right. He not doing it from a good place. But Donald is right. He's done stuff for black people. Has he incited a race war? Absolutely. With Joe Biden, everything you tell me that you're going to do, why didn't Obama do it? Your mentor was a Klan member that Obama gave a eulogy at. Then, I can vote for him had he ran with Bernie. Maybe I can vote for him. But then you pick Kamala Harris. Now you can say, I argue with people. Well, Kamala's job was to lock up black men. Cool. Was lock up people. But her job was not to lock up innocent black men. It wasn't. She hid evidence that could exonerate black men to protect her record. Look here. Any self-worthy black person that cares about his people, they don't go to college, they don't grow up to say, I'm going to be a district attorney to lock people up, because if you're a district attorney and wherever you are, I don't know if you go by city or state, Detroit, Michigan, Chicago, Illinois, New York City, is it the Bronx, Staten Island? I mean, any inner city that you work in, San Francisco, Los Angeles, wherever you're working at, if you're going to be a district attorney, the majority of the people that you are locking up are going to be what color? Black. So don't no self-righteous black person say, I want to be a district attorney. No. And if you are a district attorney, ain't you going to try to give your people benefit of doubt? No, you can't. Your district attorney, your record is your resume. And look here, and I want to say this. This might be a video I drop on Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. I might drop it, so check that out. Stop blaming the judicial system for black and white as far as time served. That's one of the biggest generalization mistakes you can make. You can't, this woman, black woman, went to jail for 2 years for sending her kids to school out of district. This white woman did the same thing and she got probation. The difference is not just solely white and black in the judicial system. You know what the judicial system is about? Green. If you got a public defender, you gonna sink to the bottom of the sea. If you have a paid attorney, you're probably going to get the benefit of the doubt. The judicial system is just not white and black. Literally. It's not. That system is green. O.J. Simpson showed you that. If you got money, you probably gonna have a chance to get a reasonable outcome. So when people go out here and say, "Well, the judicial system is racist," is white, no, you can't compare DeAndre going to jail with a public defender to Billy going to jail with a paid attorney. You can't compare it. So it's not black and white, literally or figuratively. It's not black and white. It's green. These people that's getting 5, 10 years for scamming. Look here, man. I know somebody that was scamming and they had money behind them. Same color and everything. Beat the case several times. Because he had financially money behind him. That's it. So when you talk about that system, it's really green. And a lot of times when you got a lot of green as a dope peddler or a dope man, a lot of times the feds, they win. Even if you are part of the 2% that beat the feds, because they have a 98% conviction rate. Even if you're part of the 2%, guess what? They probably depleted you of all your money. So really they won. So do you really want to start over in the game that the feds really know what you are and they really gonna ham you? No. So really you back to being the same broke dude that you was before the case. So I hate when people say that, but with them, I just can't find the energy to put absentee ballot in. You have people, lady across the street from me was talking about, she was like, well, our people sacrifice for us to vote, so I can't do that. So me personally, our people sacrifice us to be a lot better than what we are. They sacrificed us to be segregated into the community. They sacrificed us to go and get a better education. They sacrificed for us to work together in unity in our community and make our community beautiful, but that ain't happened. So if you want to use that excuse that our people sacrifice, they sacrificed for us to be a lot better, got bit by pit bulls, blasted by fire hydrants and fire hoses and stuff of that nature. And look at what you Negroes are doing out here. So for me personally, don't pull the "our people die for us" card with me about voting. They die for us to be doing a lot better. But every time I walk outside my house, my head on the swivel, not because a white person killing me, because one of these Negroes killing me. So don't give me that excuse, because that's wrong. And presidents are selected and not elected. That's a fact. So Joe Biden ain't said what he gonna do for no. Well, I'm going to. Everything he says is I'm going to make sure that the Republicans pay more and the rich people pay more. But what you gonna do for us? And the best way to get me to vote, if you're gonna do education reform, if you're talking about education reform, that's the best thing that you can do. That's better. That's really better in certain ways than getting reparations. Education reform. Can all our kids be on equal standing fields? Can all our kids go to the best schools regardless? If our kids can go to special schools if they can shoot or dunk a basketball. I want education reform. You can keep K through 5 the way you want to keep it. I'm cool with that. basic math, basic learning, cursive. And I heard they don't even teach cursive no more in school. I'm cool if you keep that the way it is. I'm perfectly fine with it. Not 6 to 12 and above that. I need education reform. I need to know about taxes, stocks, bonds, CDs, interest rates. When I go buy a car, that's what we need to talk about. All this variable change and arithmetic and all, ain't nobody gonna use that. We need to learn, if I take 30% off 100, how much is, Billy getting off his new coat? And they do teach that. But we need to learn about our history. And education reform is the biggest thing with me. Because anything you getting out of school right now, I don't remember half of the stuff I did in school. Skye said the Democrat Party was created by the Greeks. Some people don't even know that. I didn't know that. Justin Hawkins, he said, I've seen it to where you had a white personality and a black person have the same charge in the same public defender and get two totally different sentences. I can agree with that, Justin. That is true. It is true. Lots of kids don't know how to write cursive. Now, I didn't know they didn't teach that no more. Biden is just running on the platform that he's not Trump. Schools don't even teach grammar anymore. That's crazy. And that's it. Like, what else he tell y'all? What is you're not black if you have to figure out who to vote between me and Donald Trump. Hold on. One, I don't really need a white guy telling me what I am and what I'm not. And that's my whole thing. And who he picked was a deciding factor. And I had black men and black women argue me up and down, and they older than me. And the world is so much more accessible now. I listen to Jason Black and the Black Authority. I research this myself. I talk to people behind the scenes. We bounce ideas off. So I no longer have to listen to CNN, never did. Or was it MNBC? I don't have to listen to that no more. They can no longer shape my brain. I can look up Kamala Harris for what she is. She wasn't black until Joe Biden picked her. I was listening to Tupac in school. Tupac didn't hit the scenes until the 90s, right? Oh, my favorite rapper alive is Tupac. What? I really can't say. Tupac. What's another rapper you like? Well, I really don't say. She don't listen to rap. She not us. She's Jamaican and Indian. And she's more Indian than Jamaican. So, okay, one, you lied about your background. Two, you lied about you listen to rap because you don't. Three, you locked up brothers. Okay, I can get it. You locked up brothers. But you withheld evidence and kept innocent brothers in prison. That's what I can't respect. So that's the 3 strikes you out. Look here, man. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I would rather deal with a racist than a self-hating black person. And that's my opinion on it. I say it again. I would deal with a racist, at least what I know what I'm dealing with. At least I know Donald Trump really not on my team. At least I know what he's standing about. At least I know he's going to do some things for us just to make it seem like he cool. And he may not do it the second term because it's not a second term. It's not a third term. So I get it. But with Joe Biden, him and Obama, they didn't do nothing for us. They gave us false hope, right? Obama did more for the police to protect them when they do kill us. Let's keep it facts. Let's keep it facts. Let's keep it facts. Obama protected the police when they killed us. He did more for the rainbow community. He did nothing for us. And if you want to say Obamacare, let me just tell you something about Obamacare, right? Obamacare, let's keep it 100. Obamacare, when you go to the hospital, they don't even keep you overnight. If they absolutely have to keep you, they will. With Obamacare, they send you right back home. That's a fact. Obamacare is not universal health care. They send you home. They don't try to keep you. So I'm living proof of that. When I had Obamacare and I had some issues going on, I had to sit in the lobby forever. When I walked in, when I worked at Amazon with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I had busted my hand open, I jumped the whole emergency room and they fixed my hand. And I was out of there. I was out of there by the time the next person went up in the emergency room. That's a fact. Yeah, I heard MMA champ. So this is stuff you won't know until you dig into it. And like I said before, with Joe Biden, and at the end of the day, this is another thing. If Joe Biden, he old as hell. If he died, then Kamala is going to be our president. If Kamala just was her and she was open and honest about her stuff, I would respect her. I respect anybody that's honest. And I said this before, but y'all can ask them, if y'all got some questions, ask them now. I'm gonna close it out. But you know what? I went to school. Throughout my school years, I legitimately probably can count on my two hands how many students I went to school with that were white. When I went to private school, it was a predominantly black private school. St. Mary's of Redford is closed down now. Predominantly black. I had a mixed friend. I had another mixed girl. It wasn't too many white kids. I can't remember one white kid I went to school with. Right? My next school, I went to Cherry Hill Performing Arts out there in Inkster, right? I had a mixed classmate. I had a white girl that was in the school. It was probably a few white kids in that school, to be honest. Predominantly black. Went to high school, Detroit City High, McGraw. I went there, right? It was no white people in that school that I can remember other than the teachers. Left there, went to Inkster High. Probably had a couple white kids in the school. That's it. And that's a fact. Now, So, but I have worked with white, co-workers, and to be honest, if I go into a job and there's a lot of black people there, I'm probably like, it's probably not a good job. When I go into a job with a lot of white people there, I'm gonna have to deal with some racism, but it's probably a solid job. Make sure the thumbs up button. He said, "Hi, Blue Cross Blue Shield is the best." Yeah, they took me right on in, bro. Good conversation on this issue. Salute, Daryl. He said, Orton Patty said, thoughts on Ray J and Prince. Prince said, "Oh yeah, you did ask me to speak on that. I apologize, man. I've been swamped." But yeah, I thought I did a video on that. I thought I did it, but I didn't. I didn't know she was Floyd Mayweather's side piece. So Ray J stole her from Floyd, which is it's really not hard to do. But at the end of the day, it didn't work out for them. I mean, when you steal somebody else's girl, do you expect loyalty? No. And that's just what it is. He stole somebody else's girl, so what do you expect at the end of the day? Now, it's different. Now, if you're talking to a girl and she kind of about to break it off with her boy, I get it. But then again, I cannot trust you if I took you from another man, because there's got to be another dude out there that got something that I ain't got. So that's how I look at it. Like, you stole somebody else's woman, what you expect? You know what I'm saying? You expect loyalty from somebody you stole, man. Like, I could never marry a woman that I took from another dude, because I already know, like, she's scandalous. It got to be somebody else with a bigger dick. It got to be somebody else that's taller, stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be somebody else. And women cheat more than men nowadays. That's a fact. So if you one of those dudes that's lucky enough to get a woman that's cheating, you in luck. You in luck. Who do you think will actually win the election? I think Joe Biden gonna win it, to be honest. And I think when Trump get out of office in January, whenever it is, he probably gonna kick the bucket, or they gonna charge him with a lot of stuff, espionage, treason, whatever they gonna charge him with. But I think that's definitely gonna wait for him on the other side. I think he done pissed too many people off in the industry, and I think he's either gonna go to jail or he gonna die before he go to jail. So appreciate y'all. So part 2 hopefully be tomorrow. If not, we'll find a day where me and Lion Killer can jump on. If y'all guys want to check us out, we're gonna be at Lion Killer podcast next. They got something going on ESPN Plus, Dat 52. So we're gonna be on Lion Killer podcast. If you can't find it, I'll put it in the community tab. I'm about to find me something to eat, and then I'm gonna basically kick the shit with him. So appreciate the love and support. Appreciate all the women that come in, all the men that support us. Keep sharing the videos. The best way you can support. One time I'm gonna get you a wrench, bro. I'm gonna wrench you up before we get out of here. There you go, nigga. Dat 52 got a brand new wrench. But I appreciate y'all. We gone.